Welcome to this video presentation here at Wimbledon Carriage Company. And here we have the Mini Cooper S 3-door hatchback on an 18 plate. I'm going to start off by showing you around the outside of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through just a few of the controls on the inside of it. From the outside you can see we have the black alloy wheels, the red roof to match the mirror caps. We're going to start off inside the boot area first of all. As we approach the back of the car, you'll notice we have the twin tailpipes, unique to the Cooper S and John Cooper Works variants of this car. Plenty of boot space, along with that 60-40 split folding rear seat should you wish to increase this space even further. And then this tray section actually lifts up to give you loads more space underneath, and that will store behind those rear seats, as you can see. Okay, so we're just going to work our way back around to the front of the car, and then as I mentioned, we'll hop in and run through just a few of the controls. Now that we've done a full circle of it though, firstly you can see the alloy wheels are all in great condition, as is the bodywork the whole way round. Just briefly before we climb in, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. There's plenty to run through on the dashboard, so let's hop in and we'll do that now. Okay, now that we're inside the car, we're going to start with the dials. We've got the rev counter on the left-hand side, speedometer in the centre, and the fuel gauge over on the right-hand side. Within the speedometer, you can see the total miles of this car. They are 36,726. You can change information displayed in this section by pressing a button on the end of the indicator stalk. You can, for example, have a digital readout for the speedometer, as you can see. We're back out to the steering wheel. We have cruise control, speed limiter, stereo and phone controls, and then over into the centre, the main screen for the car. So all satellite navigation, as you can see, colour display, very, very easy to use. All the movement you see me making on the screen is being done using the dial here predominantly. You can use the buttons that surround it to go into certain menus. So we're on the main menu at the moment, but the dial will do everything. For example, you can access your satellite navigation. Your radio, just push the dial down. Volume for the stereo is just there. You can see we have AM, FM and DAB. If you want to listen to your own music, you do so under the multimedia heading, where you can plug in certain external devices. So USB input, Bluetooth audio and auxiliary input as well. You pair your phone under the phone heading just there. We have the main volume for the stereo. Below that, dual zone climate control. So you can adjust the passenger, driver temperature. You can increase and decrease the fan speed. You can determine what direction you'd like the air to be distributed in. And then when you're happy with those settings, air conditioning's on, off, or hit auto. The car will then take full control of the direction of the air and fan speed to maintain those temperatures. Press auto again, and you go back to whatever setting you had that on previously. We have a heated driver's seat with 3 different heat settings, and the same for the passenger side as well. You can change the driving setup of the car from sport to mid or green, depending on the driving conditions. So for example, you've seen I've just put that in sport. We have mid and then green as well. You can turn your traction control on and off, start and stop, on and off, and so start and stop here, and this button starts and stops the engine itself. We have USB input, auxiliary input, a 12-volt charging socket, then a 6-speed manual gearbox. The last thing I wanted to mention are the twin sunroofs. So we have manual sun blinds that will open up, and of course you can leave it like this. That lets in a huge amount of extra light, but if you wish to, this front one will open as a full sliding sunroof. The last thing I wanted to cover is the paperwork we have for the car. So you can see the V5 registration document just there. We have the spare key in the envelope, so 2 keys in total. Lots of service records underneath the V5 as well. And then the current MOT certificate, which expires on the 8th of March 2025. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car for yourself and have a test drive, or you'd like a live bespoke video tour of the car, please feel free to give us a call here at Wimbledon Carriage Company. We'd love to hear from you soon.